All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome to our Wednesday night team vibe with me and Team Wonderful and Wonderful and Well. That's a little tongue twister there. Wednesday night team calls. It is April 3rd. My name is Fran. I'm either your coach or your coach's coach. And so today we're going to talk about number one, the power of live events, and then when Allison jumps on, we're going to talk about the Success Club trip that we went on. We're going to talk about how we have earned them, and how you guys can earn them too, and how to get there next year for Punta Cana. So we'll talk about that. And then also, this is a brand new month, of course, brand new week, but it's also a brand new quarter. So one thing that I have adopted for this year is breaking down my year into quarters. That's how Beachbody runs, especially because I was working towards the rank advancement for the bonus pool, which you get paid out quarterly, and you have to hold a rank within that quarter, like for 6 weeks in order to earn it, yada, yada. So I really have tuned into that. And also, I read the book called The 12-Week Year, so I really recommend that. And basically what you do is you turn every quarter, instead of starting in January and go, oh, I have all the way until December to hit my goals. Like, it's like the same thing when you sit down and you give yourself a timer for 20 minutes. If you only give yourself 20 minutes, you'll get everything done in 20 minutes. But if you give yourself 2 hours, you'll get the exact same amount of work done in 2 hours though, right? So if you look at like, oh, I have the whole year to get it done, you're going to take the whole year to get it done. So the whole premise of this 12-week year is look at each quarter as a year. So 12 weeks, each week is a month. So it helps you to get to your goals faster. It helps you to work harder for your goals and stay focused on them the whole, like, more often than if you just waited until, oh, I'll get there in December, like I just have to finish the year at this rank kind of thing. So I really adopted that and started the first quarter off strong, because by the end of the year, my goal is 5 stars. So what I've done is I've reverse engineered it and broken it down into quarters to get myself there. So I'm already a good chunk of the way there by the end of the first quarter. So it sets you off in a really good place. So we will talk about that. But first thing is the power of live events. So we'll jump into that and talking about the Success Club trip. So I'll have to pull up. Let me look at the dates for next year. So when I first started as a coach, it was August 2015, and the Success Club trip that came after that, that first year in 2016 it was a cruise. And I remember seeing Amanda go on it, and at the time I think she had told us to put our name down on the list or something, and we didn't, because it was Shauna and I. We signed up, like I think Shauna signed up a month before me, and I remember we became success partners. I don't think we were able to sign up for it. We weren't in the loop for it. It wasn't even on our radar at the time. And yeah, because we started working together in February, her and I remember Amanda talking to us about it. And by that time, registration for the following year's Success Club trip was out, and we had no idea what a Success Club trip was at the time. We had never, we were still new in the business, hadn't seen one before, anyone go on one, and we didn't think we could earn it. Like it was not even something that was possible for us. But Amanda told us, she's like, just put your name down on the list. Just put your name on the waiting list, because that's how it used to be done. What they used to do is a first come, first serve. So anybody, even discount coaches, anyone could go on the Success Club trip if they got there first in line, and paid and booked their spot. A lot of people obviously complained about that, because people who weren't earning Success Club were getting in line before people who were. Like Amanda was on the waiting list the last 2 years, because before that first year for the cruise, and then the year we went to Punta Cana, because she was in Thailand, so she didn't get there in time to book her reservation or whatever. So they changed that now, whereas now you have to opt in and you have to be invited, but you still have to take the step of opting in for an invite. So Amanda told us, she's like, just put your name on the waiting list, and worst comes to worst, you don't get off it, but what if you do? So we were scared. We had no idea how we were going to earn it, Shauna and I, and we did. We put our name on the waiting list, and lo and behold, January 2016, we got the email that said, or it was 2017, we got the email that said, congratulations, you got off the waiting list and you're invited to Punta Cana. And we were like, what the fuck? Like, but when we were still working towards it the whole time. We didn't pay it off completely, but whatever, you know, like that happens sometimes, and that's okay. But we still went, and that was the really big thing. And it was just that push to put your name on the list, right? You don't know what's going to happen, but at least you took the decision to put the odds in your favor, right? So I highly recommend, if you haven't done that already, after this call, go. Chloe did it, so I'm so excited for that. Go and opt in for the invite. It's just an opt-in. It's not signing up or paying your $300 or anything. It's just opting in for the invite. And honestly, you guys, even if you hit Success Club 2 months this year, I can guarantee you'll get invited. I can almost guarantee. I don't want to break any hearts. But when Vanessa went with us last year, she didn't hit Success Club every month. You just have to end up paying for more of the trip, but you still get to go. That's the huge thing, is getting to freaking go on these trips. Same thing with Teresa. The last 2 years, she didn't earn Success Club every single month, but she did for most months or a few months, and she got invited to go in January. So it might not happen until the last minute, but it's more than likely to happen as long as you at least hit it a couple of the months. So if you haven't done it, go do that. Opt into it. The dates for the Success Club trip 2020, the first wave, I believe, is sold out. So most people are going to be on the second wave, which is March 25th to March 29th, 2019 or 2020. And it is in Punta Cana, the Hard Rock Hotel. That was my favorite one so far. I loved the Punta Cana area. You had the beach to walk down. I liked the Hard Rock Hotel there. The food was really good, I found. That was probably my best out of the 3 vacations so far. But the impact that this has on your life, number one, of going on these trips, of getting to be together with each other, because this isn't like Summit. It's not like a business trip. It is pure vacation. And Beachbody really spoils the fuck out of you. This trip, not so much on the cruise. It was really weird. I didn't like it. It didn't really, I'm still grateful as fuck for getting to go, but it wasn't the same. We still had to pay for our drink packages and this and that, but that's just the thing with a cruise. So whatever, I don't think I'll go on a cruise again. But anyways, these trips are really amazing for your life, because you get to be with everybody and really connect with the team, and our team grows every year, which is so amazing. And it's great for your freaking business. The amount of people that I had pouring in saying, what do you do? Because these people have watched you all year, or maybe just for a couple months, or maybe they're just new and they're looking at, they're like, whoa, I thought this girl just worked out in her basement. What is this? What is this vacation stuff? What is this? This is when people really see the effects, the rewards of it, and you just never know what's going to be someone's love language. And a free vacation is pretty much everyone's love language. I don't know. It's mine. Who wouldn't want that? So these are really, really huge for life and business. So get yourself on that list. And that's all I'll say about that. Whenever Allison jumps on, if she jumps on, she's going to talk about how she earned it, because she did it within her. Allison isn't even, I think she's a year and a half into her business, and she earned it. So there's proof that anyone can do this, you guys. I was a year and a half into my business, and I earned my first trip as well. So she's going to talk about how she did that when she jumps on. But then the next thing I want to talk about is, just the power of live events in general. So we're all going to Summit, super pumped for that. Super Saturday is the quarterly mini Summit events pretty much. The only time I've ever missed a Super Saturday is if I absolutely couldn't go. Otherwise, I always try to make my way there. When I was a coach of a team of 1 in Windsor, I drove out. I had my mom come with me, and she drove me out to Vaughan there, and we got a hotel, and we met up with some of my cousins. So I went to the event by myself, but my mom was there with me. And then I didn't go to the next one because I moved, and I think there was a bad winter storm or something. So I didn't go. And then I moved, and I went to almost every single one while I was in Calgary. I even went to Vancouver, and went to their Super Saturday, which is really awesome. This one I won't be able to go to because Mike has an event, and also I don't have a car, so I can't. I have my mom's car, but I can't drive out there, and I can't go the night before, so I'm gonna have to miss this one, unfortunately. But there will be other ones. you just should, like, you have to experience a Super Saturday at least once in your life. Like, it really lights up the fire because it's a chance to do this business in real life, and it's quarterly. So they always seem to come around at the time when you feel like there's a little bit of a lull and you need that extra push or something. Like, this cruise came around at the perfect time because, like, yes, I just hit the goal, or our team hit the goal of 2-star, but I was kind of like running so hard for the goal that I was losing other pieces of my business, of my mindset and everything, that I needed something to fire me up. And the cruise was that. If not, Super Saturday is that as well. You know, having the chance to connect with your team, connect with other people who have the same vibe, the same energy, and hear the success stories, get those, like, the live workouts are everything. Like, no matter what you get from Super Saturday, from Summit, from the vacations, anything, those live workouts, like, I cry. Like, they pull out such emotions out of you. It's just really unexplainable. And the only other thing I can compare it to is when I used to go to raves on drugs, but I am high on life, literally, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So for, if anything, just, everyone will get something out of it, and everyone will get something different out of it. And that's what I really love too, is a chance for you to hear from those speakers who were once sitting in your seat. And you guys have been to Summit, so you know as well, like, the impact of that, of just hearing the story and you go, oh my God, that sounds exactly like me. Oh, that's how she did it? Oh wait, maybe I can do this too, you know, like, and it just really, it's those golden nuggets and those aha moments that maybe you could hear, like, me speak it. You could hear Amanda say it, or Danielle, over and over again. But sometimes when you hear, like, someone else, and just, you have to be ready for it at that right moment sometimes. And usually it's those events and you just go, oh shit, it finally just clicked. So Super Saturday, or it's Super Weekend now, because they have them on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, any day, anywhere. Make your way there, though. Make it a priority. If you can't go to this one, well, you know when the next one is, so book it off and go. Buy your ticket. Like, I'm going to buy my ticket in advance so that I don't have an excuse. Like, it's going to kick my butt to actually go. And if you're fortunate enough to have one in your area, amazing. The one in Calgary was awesome because it was always, like, just 10 minutes away from my house. Like, it was perfect. But sometimes you got to drive. So find someone to carpool with. Team Fin Funky is so huge that I guarantee you will find someone who lives a block away from you to drive with you to wherever you're going. I know Allison has, like, she's got a pretty long, I think hers is like a 6 to 8 hour drive to get to the place that she needs to go. I might be exaggerating. I don't know, but I know it's a long drive. And I think she's going to try and do it. I'm not sure. She's been trying to get, like, even some of her challengers to go with her, or her coaches to go with her. So that's another really cool thing about coaching and building a team, is build a team of people who are local to you so you can go to these events together, right? I'm just going to check these here. Yeah, Colleen has gone to, like, every single one. Seriously, every single one. It's crazy. She goes the night before, and because a lot of Team Dreamcatchers is out there, so she always finds them. Like, I think you've only gone to, you've gone to a couple alone, but for the most part, now there's a whole team of people. So Team Dreamcatchers is big enough. Our team is growing. Team Fin Funky is big enough that you will find someone to be there with. So power of live events, huge, 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 huge. We're all going to Summit. I'm really excited. And we all got I'm so excited that we got the same place. Like, it was a comfy place. Like, it was close for driving. And even the one day we walked back from the super workout. So I'm so, so pumped for that. We do still have 2 spots left. So I opened it up. If you guys happen to have coaches who, like, you know, get close to the date, you sign up coaches and they want to go. Allison's trying to get some of her girls to go. If not, we have 2 extra spots and we're a little bit more comfortable. It's really not the end of the world. Our spots are secure. We're good. So I'm so, so happy. We'll talk about Summit as we get closer to it. But today next thing, and the final thing really that I wanted to talk about was, qualifications, like the 12-week year, and setting those goals and how to get there. So when you hit Emerald, as soon as you hit Emerald, you're Emerald. So anyone who is Emerald or has become one or dropped or anything, if you have become Emerald or hit it at any point, you're going to get a ribbon, or I think they change it every year. It might be a medal. It might be a ribbon that's going to say you're an Emerald coach. And that is really, really exciting. I love it because it helps you to dream for next year. You know, like, I have set a goal to every year. I refuse to go back the same rank every single year. And so far I haven't. And I'm very, very proud of that. So whatever you get there as this year, if you're a coach, if you're an emerald, embrace it, because you still earned that. No matter what it is, you're going to get that ribbon, and just set that goal that you're going to come back something different next year. You have a whole year to do it, right? And if you want, like, you can take a picture of someone else's ribbon that says like whatever you want to be, put it on your vision board and focus on that. What I have been doing is, Amanda, what I did to, I think it was when I was reaching for 2-star or 1-star. I don't know. I took a picture of Amanda's ribbon, like of what 2-star was. And I started putting, because 2-star, like now they've changed it again, which I'm really upset, because every star diamond, they would have like colored tank tops for it. So like when I hit 1-star, I got turquoise. 2-star was supposed to be purple, and I was so excited for it. But of course, now they've changed it and they're just gray. So whatever. But I was really excited. So like that, there was that, because I'm a visual person. So I would visualize colors, and I would wear those colors more often so I could embrace that rank and think about wearing that tank top and think about getting that ribbon, and walking across stage and all that stuff. Like I envisioned that. And this year I'm actually going to do it. Like that almost brings tears to my eyes, like freaking out. This is going to be my 4th summit, and I'm finally walking on stage. And my very first summit, it was my goal to walk on stage. Didn't happen the second one. It didn't happen the third one. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. Sometimes it's just the vision takes a little bit longer. Things get in the way. Things happen with life. It will be your time. It might just not be like right now, but doesn't mean that it's not. So setting those goals. When you hit emerald, you're emerald. Same thing when you hit diamond, you're a diamond, like that becomes your lifetime rank. You can still drop from it. Ruby as well. Ruby is like the unicorn rank, they call it, because nobody really stays ruby for a very long time, because it's in between, and you usually become diamond like in the same swoop. Like my mom and myself, when I became diamond, I became like ruby. Like I went from emerald right to diamond, and like ruby diamond, like happened right away. Same thing with my mom. Ruby is having 2 coaches on each side, and 2 of those coaches, one on each side, is an emerald. So it happens anyways, because diamond is 4 coaches on each side, with 1 on each being an emerald anyways. So like it's just a difference of 4 coaches. So you get there anyways. But same thing with all of those. Once you hit that rank, you get it. Any other rank, like once you start getting star diamond and above, you have to hold it for 6 weeks. So that's what we were doing with the 2-star diamond. And it's like the longest 6 weeks of your life. It seriously is. But once, like, you have to do that, like for any star diamonds to become official in your lifetime status, you have to hold it for 6 weeks. So if you are shooting for any goal, in order to be recognized, like if you hit diamond anytime, you're going to get a diamond ribbon, is what I'm trying to say. But if you wanted to like be 1-star or walk on stage or something, that does have to happen by a certain date. And I forget when it is, but I believe I feel like it's June 5th or something like that. Yeah, I think that's it, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that's summit. No, yeah, I feel like that's it. I'll have to double check on that date. So like you would have to like finish your 6-week qualification by that date, kind of thing. So that's something that I will post once I figure out that exact date. But like, for example, Allison's shooting for 1 or 2-star diamond by May 30th, just so she can like have that done and set up for that there. So yeah. So, and then last thing I wanted to talk about, and I already said this is the actual last thing, is if you're I mentioned this at the beginning of the call, if you're breaking down your goal into a 12-week plan, into a 12-week system, for the call, I'm going to share this screen, because we actually have, every year this goes around, it's a qualification kind of guideline. And if this confuses you, it's totally okay, because I honestly didn't start to understand it until I needed to. That's what happened with a lot of things with this business. Like team cycle bonus. I didn't understand it until I started earning it, and like I needed to understand it. Same thing with this qualification. I remember last year when Danielle posted it and I was like, what the fuck is that gibberish? But now I actually understand it. So 4 quarters in a year. Quarter 1 or 4 quarters in a year, 12 weeks within a quarter. They do count 13, which I don't want to confuse you all, but that kind of confuses me. But anyways, so I think that's the week after. I don't fucking know. Whatever. So week 1 of quarter 1 started on January 3rd, and it ended on March 28th. So because that's the Wednesday. Yeah, so that's the Wednesday. Okay, because our weeks, that's why it's a little confusing, because our weeks as Beachbody coaches start on Thursday. So that's what this is here. This is the Wednesday, and this is the Thursday of the same week. So if you wanted to, like, say you wanted to qualify for one of the bonuses, right? You have to hold it for 6 weeks within a quarter. So it says right here, this would be your last week to start a 6-week qualification in order to earn that bonus. So that's kind of thinking forward. And once you get to 2-star and above, you start to get those bonuses. So we are here. We're in quarter 2. We just started it. Well, we're starting it tomorrow, technically. So if you do have the goal of getting to diamond, 1-star diamond, 2-star diamond, and above, this is something that you do want to start focusing on, because like I said, if you set a timer for 2 hours, you'll get the work done in 2 hours. If you set a timer for 20 minutes, you'll get that exact same work done in 20 minutes. So this is, instead of saying I have all year to finish it to get to that goal, I have 12 weeks to get to that goal. And what we always say is be stubborn with the goal, but flexible with the timeline. So if you set the goal to be like, you're going to be diamond you're going to be diamond in 6 weeks or something like that. Okay, maybe at the end of 6 weeks, what if you're not diamond, but breathe, set another date, move towards it, but don't stop working towards diamond. So you're still stubborn on that goal. You're still working towards it, but maybe it didn't happen exactly by that date. Just move the date, because you know what? You've still been working just as hard for it. So I'm sure that you have at least collected more people. Maybe you popped an emerald. So you're further than you were, or further than you would have been if you weren't really focused on the goal, if that makes sense. That's what Sean and I, we were success partners at the same time, and we were working towards diamond at the same time. That's the one thing that we kept doing. We kept setting a date. Damn, we didn't hit it, but we were a lot closer than we were without having that goal, before we set it. So looking here, and I know it's possible to get to diamond in 6 weeks because I've seen it done. I personally haven't done it, but I have seen my coaches, like I have taught my coaches to do it. I had Sabrina did it. She hit diamond in 6 weeks. Allison, it took her, when did she hit diamond? She started in October, and she hit diamond in April. Yeah, because that was before the Success Club trip. So I think, she started in October and hit in April. Is that a quarter? Speaking of, oh no, it's 2 quarters. So yeah, anyways, that was my sorry if I probably confused everyone there. That was me thinking in my head, and I don't always think out loud too well. But yeah, so it is possible, is basically what I'm saying. It is possible. Everyone has their own timeline for it. I think it took me a year to hit diamond. But what's really cool is you hit a goal, and then you know how to do it, so you can teach other people how to do it faster than how long it took you. So that's, it took me a year. It took Allison like half that time, and then it took Sabrina like a freaking quarter of that time. So it's possible. We all did it in our own time frames, but that means it's possible for you. So I would say, taking a look here, pick a date and start working towards it. The important thing is picking a day, because if you just say, I'm going to be diamond by the end of the year, it's going to take you all year to do it, and maybe even longer, because you're not focusing on that goal. So set a date. Having a date is always so important, because it gives you something to work towards, something to look towards, and you'll work a lot harder if you have a date versus if you don't, is basically what I'm just trying to get across. And I will post this in the group, take a snapshot of it. So at least you can just keep in mind of like, okay, this is a quarter. Pay attention to that. And what Beachbody does too is they're very smart when they do, what's it called? Like Team Cup or any of those kind of groups. They'll do it at a time when it's like halfway, because this is when they usually did Team Cup, right? It's about halfway through, and it's halfway through the quarter where there's not the beginning like of a season excitement or something. Like it's usually at a very like lull point of time. So they're doing one, they do one in February. I know they do one in November, and I think they did another one like in July, or it was in August, I think. Yeah, I think it was February, August, and November. So they're very, very smart with the timing of things, because they know that those are kind of like the halfway point. They know that people are starting to lose a little bit of momentum in their business. February you had the New Year's rush. So by February, people aren't as excited. So they use those kind of things to get you more excited. So as you are focusing on growing in the company and growing your business, it's important to start looking at your business like a business, strategizing, planning for what's coming, planning for here, I can stop sharing that now. Planning for your next goal, planning your weeks out, planning your months, your year, like planning the launches out so you can make sure that you are set up for what's coming up. And it doesn't happen overnight. Honestly, it really doesn't. And it's not the easiest thing to do. Yeah, it does take a little bit of time to plan because you're planning, and I really was tuned into this when I went to the New Leader Conference, because that's one thing that all of the coaches who are on stage speaking to us about, that's one thing that they all had in common, is they all shared in their presentation planning, how they plan their year, how they plan their whole year. They look at the quarters, they look at their launches, they pull out like a calendar, and they know when everything is coming. They plan out their workouts. Perfect. Okay, 10 minutes. They plan out what programs they're going to be doing, like right down to it. They have everything organized. I am not the most organized human being right now, and I'm working on it. Every year I get a little bit better, bit by bit, like doing something is better than nothing, right? So I think, especially because there's 2 women on this call who have diamond on the brain, and it's always important to go like, okay, yeah, I have that goal. What's next? Because you don't just stop at diamond. You have to maintain it, number one. And then what's next? You help someone else become diamond, and you do it again, you do it again, and you keep growing. So the business gets more intricate because it is a business. And I've really been having that wake up call recently, getting to this new rank and all this new stuff, and being in groups with people who are like those next level freaking coaches who are rising up and they're doing all these things. And I'm like, it's very easy to play comparison and go, well, I don't do all those things. And it's like, yeah, maybe you don't, but you need to start learning. You need to start learning how to do those things. If you have to walk the walk that you're trying to talk. If I say I'm a businesswoman, if I say I'm an entrepreneur, like, I have to act like it. Eventually you do. It's fun in the beginning when you start coaching, and you're just dabbling, like it's fun and it's a hobby and it's a part-time job and you're working it, but eventually like it is time to get serious. So the business grows as you grow. 100% you grow into it, you grow through it. And so that's just what I wanted to talk about, was the power of live events, how to get on the Success Club trip. Catherine, you missed it. Basically, go look at it and opt in for the invite. That's the first step, is opting in for the invite, because you are putting the odds in your favor. And all you have to do is hit Success Club a few of the months out of the year, and you are more, I can almost guarantee that you will get an invite to go. You do have to pay the $300 deposit, which I wish they didn't call it a deposit because you don't get it back. So you are paying $300 to save your spot. And then every Success Club point you get turns into, so if you hit over Success Club 5, each point turns into $10. So like if you hit Success Club 5, it's $50 to go towards it. But if you don't hit Success Club, like say you hit Success Club 4, then each point is only $5, right? So there's the incentive to hit over Success Club. You still get points, but they're just cut in half, right? And then that goes towards paying off your trip. The other thing that I like about the hotels versus the cruises is the cruise, you had to hit Success Club every single month for the year in order to get the spending dollars. But if you didn't, you got no extra spending money. Whereas with the Punta Cana trip, it doesn't matter if you hit it every month, like whatever, every person got money to spend, which I really like that better because I didn't hit Success Club every month this past year. So I was like, that kind of fucking sucked. But when you go to the hotels, you get like, it was quite a bit of money. I feel like it was over $500 to spend on excursions if you wanted. We went to the spa, you got massages. You had to pay 20% of the massage or whatever, but like that's just basically a tip. Like it really, like 20% of all of your things. So it really wasn't that bad. But yeah, so opt into it, put the odds in your favor. Get to live events. So we're all going to Summit, but set up for Super Saturday for the next one. If you go to the FAQs and search Super Saturday, like I posted it in the team group there, it gives you all of the dates for all of the upcoming Super Saturdays. So mark them down your calendars, get there, and then start planning, start like using your time. Like I recommend the book, The 12-Week Year. Start planning your time, start planning your year, start planning your months, and or like figure out what your goals are. So we have those one-on-one calls coming up soon. We're going to figure out what your goals are. We're going to set a date for it, and we're going to like reverse engineer what you have to do to get you there. I didn't want to talk about it on this call because everybody has different goals or a different date or anything like that. But just basically the next thing we're going to be focusing on is, because whatever I'm working on, I share it with you guys, and I'm working on being more organized. I'm working on setting like goals and setting dates to hit those goals. So if I'm working on it and it's working for me, I'm going to share that with you guys too, so it can help you as well. And it kind of helps you to be less scatterbrained too, which I'm like hashtag hot mess express, like scatterbrain. Yeah. You feel me. Y'all my people. So, so yeah. Does anyone have any questions real quick before we get off? We got the last 5 minutes here. Good, all good. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna post that like quarter dates thing as well. So it's just something to have in your brain, even if you don't really understand it. I can explain it a little bit better. It can be confusing. Like I said, I didn't understand it until I had to like start understanding it. But okay, so we're going to take a picture here because we are all on. Thank you guys for jumping on. And actually, let's do a boomerang. Boomerangs are more fun. So everybody do like your signature move. Okay, we're gonna boomerang in 3, 2, let's go. Oh wait, I moved the freaking. Okay, I'm gonna hold it steady. And 3, 2, let's go. It's hard to boomerang and hold your phone when I'm moving. Okay, good enough. I'm gonna save that, but I am gonna take a picture of us too to post in the group. The picture and smile. You're so cute. All right, cool. Okay, thank you guys for jumping on. If you're watching the recording, I hope you understood my scatterbrained mind. Ask questions at any time, but I would love to know like what your goal is, and let's set a date for it. What's your goal? And set a date. Maybe it's Diamond by Summit, which I think is too long. I think you can definitely hit it before then, but that's just me. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.